And after the exciting finish we have just seen in that last match, there was no slowing down. Next match on the way. New South Wales Country taking on the Australian Defence Force women. Both these sides impressive on day one. In particular, ADF, they were clinical in everything they did, Alex.
Yeah, I'm expecting a bit of a flow-on from the last game to this one. We've had some great games, but yeah, ADF a real standout, finishing yesterday with quite a demanding lead, but also in the likes of New South Wales Country, who are being led around by Captain Rebecca Smythe wearing the 13. I'm sure you'll hear us say her name plenty. She's been an absolute leader on the field for her team.
Here we go again, moving. Here on day 2 action of the National Championships, brought to you by Harvey Norman. Game number 5. We've seen everything so far. Fast-paced action, massive defence, nail-biting finishes, 90 metres tries. It's all on.
Yeah, the intercept, the contested scrums, the palms. Women's Rugby League, you've got to love it.
It's a big clash coming up for these two. New South Wales Country 22-0 over PNG on day 1, whereas ADF 44-0 over South Australia. So both sides very dominant in attack, but also defence as well, not conceding a point. Both of these sides. So let's see how this one plays out. So ADF getting to an edge and gets their first kick away, and that will be overcooked. Into touch, will come all the way back, and Country now with a good opportunity.
I think compared to the 2 games we saw these teams play yesterday, it's a bit more evenly matched now. So excited to see how both those teams sort of work around that. Might have to go for a little run around the park to get some points.
So New South Wales Country right on halfway. Sarah Coleman, she'll play. Rebecca Smythe, as we spoke about in the pre-game, she is one of the very best out there this weekend. And you see, seeing a first receiver directing every bit of attack as Earsman takes it forward. Down the short side, dropping it back underneath to Zali Oyalpi. She played well yesterday. Good meters with every carry. Smythe gets a pass, but the line speed of Australian Defence Force is up in the face there of Glassy. And still alive as well for New South Wales Country, looking for first points. As we clock the first 2.5 minutes of this matchup, and there's a sloppy error from Country at the base. So ADF survived their first raid, and now they have a chance with ball in hand.
I think we're going to see another bit of a tug-of-war match between these two teams. In terms of their offense and their attacking, they're both really aggressive, really structured, but the defense, which we just saw ADF putting a lot of pressure on the New South Wales Country's girls, but I'm sure that they're going to respond with, you know, the exact same level.
So the Australian Defence Force, with their first opportunity, bring it out from their own end. We saw the eagerness and the skill of the props, in particular this young woman, Jordan Neal. Yesterday she was unstoppable with everything she did in attack and defence. So much power as well. Fredrickson, she'll play it. Right side, going to the line and playing of so much attacking intent early on. Watson Compton, she'll play it. Sorry, Podmore just caught underneath. Fredrickson again with a charge. Looking for that quick play of the ball. Travojevic back into the pocket. Now hooked away downtown is Evans. And now Country bringing it back through Turnbull. Turnbull beats a couple. Caitlin Turnbull in open space. Turnbull, the cover's coming across. Weaving. And Caitlin Turnbull, she is absolutely unstoppable, and she goes the length to score New South Wales Country's first try. Wow.
Wow, indeed. The ADF is certainly not a team I would expect to outrun, which speaks volumes about the speed that Caitlin Turnbull possesses. Straight off the kick, beats 4, 5, 6 defenders, breaks away. Madeline Burton, the ADF #1, hot on her tail, but a little weave and footwork, and she'll find the line for very early points for New South Wales Country. The first points that have actually been put on the Australian Defence Force women.
Brilliant there from Turnbull. The way she stopped and started just doing enough to hold off Brittany Bogdan. Coming across as well. She got rid of Burton. All class on the young flyer. University of Canberra Rugby Sevens, Australian Oztag, and now a Rugby League. Caitlin can do it all. And first points for Country.
We speak a lot about it as well, and just the code switch for players between, Union, Sevens, all the different codes. I think it just adds another level, and probably why the NRLW and the women's game is diversifying so much, because there's just this injection of different skills across the codes, and the level and quality of women's rugby league is just excelling because of it.
Coleman for the extra 2. No issues from Sarah Coleman, talking about skill set. There's more of it right there. 6-0 the score. We'll see this one more time.
Certainly one for Turnbull's showreel. An 80-metre run. Not easy work, though. She had about 6 of the ADF defenders, 2 which would stay on her. Burton put in a solid effort, but not solid enough for Turnbull.
That is just so good, the way she's done that. Stop and start. Just rugby smart to its very best.
Yeah, game IQ there is extraordinarily high to be able to understand when you need to put the gas on. And
to her right, behind her, everywhere.
Eyes in the back of her head, that girl.
So Burton restarts play, and Coleman takes it cleanly in. New South Wales Country would have been heading to this contest as the underdogs based on day one performances, but you wouldn't know it in this opening 6.5 minutes. And again, look at the contact. Huge from O'Malley over the top. Leaving Kira Smith, it was, on the deck, picking some grass out of her teeth on that occasion. You see it here again. Look at this. That is huge contact.
Just popped off her.
So Coleman now playing front foot ball and a good line. Just trying to chance the arm with that last pass. Papa Rankmore in 17 jersey. Podmore. Now to Smythe, showing and going, and gets her out to Glassy, who's looking to get involved from the back. Just ducks under her first, and now it comes centre field, and eventually will be caught and forced to play it. Coleman with plenty of time goes airborne. And well taken, safe at the back, and now ADF with a chance to hit back. Slow ball there for Travojevic, keeping it alive. It's good defence so early on from Country, just up in the face. Podmore making the tackle, and it's a slow response here from Sky Cash. It's been a bit of pain, eventually plays the ball. Play on now for Bogdan. And that's ripped away, and that will be a penalty. And that's a let off there for ADF. That was coming towards the end of their set, and then to give away a penalty like that, frustrating.
Yeah, we'll see it in the replay too. Just too many in that tackle to be able to take the ball. So we'll get a penalty there. Probably one of the first mistakes I think that the New South Wales Country girls have made. They've been really clinical. Just rinse and repeat with all their sets, defensive and attacking. So I'm sure there's some chaps happening out there, particularly coming from Smythe, I'm sure. One and done, no more mistakes.
Whitmore takes it up. And the wall of Maroon drives her back. And they force the turnover as well. So here come New South Wales Country. Earsman. Left side through Coleman. Dropping it back in the to Rankmore. inside the 30. Podmore holds it up for Smythe. Big show and go and finds a space. A hard line there from Abbott. Carly Abbott goes through, trying to get the hands free. He gets taken in good contact over the top from Longfoot. But Coleman again with her hands all over it. This time round she'll have a crack from close quarters. Look for Smythe to step up here. Number 7 down. Podmore drops it back underneath. Oh, Mully, she is an enforcer, but has she got it down? And the referee saying held up first, the call. See the replay here. She is so hard to stop.
So hard to stop. An absolute line, though, from O'Malley. And the call has been made that she's held up. I can see it touching the ground there.
The initial call held up.
The initial call held up. I'm sure they'll have another crack, though, the New South Wales Country girls. A lot of momentum now.
Here they go. Out to Abbott. Double pumps. Out now to Glassy, who runs into the shoulders there of Bogdan. In fact, that was the last tackle. Kira Smith, driven back once again. Big defensive efforts from both sides early on. Score remains 6 points to nil. Travojevic taking ball and all there from Berryman. So Burton brings it forward. ADF tackle 3 now, trapped inside. Their own 30. It's been good efforts early on here. Longfoot. She's someone that can always get her side on the front foot. Powerful runner she is, Travojevic. Right side, they get to their kick. Glassy will let it bounce on the first attempt, and now she has to go looking for it. And a miss on the first and second attempt, and now Australian Defence Force, they clean it up. And here come the ladies in blue. Left side they go through Smith. Off her left foot, right foot. Inside the 10. The Australian Defence Force, their best chance to hit right back. Evans gets it away to Travojevic. Travojevic. There's a dart from very close, can't go all the way. Travojevic will do the same. Abbott's underneath. Great leg drive there from Abbott to withstand the pressure. And again, it's a bit of an absolute scrap fest over there from ADF. No clear direction. And the error does come. That'll be really frustrating for the coach to see.
Yeah, it will be, especially since they had essentially a piggyback when Glassy lost it. You're almost playing with fire when you let a kick bounce. But ADF unable to use it to their advantage. They kept going in hard, straight behind the ruck. But, you know, the New South Wales Country girls, they're very high game IQ. They know exactly what the game plan was for ADF. I would have loved to see them spread it. But defense, New South Wales Country.
Great defense early on. Just looking for a couple more here to help out in the scrum. Here they come. Bogdan packs in. So it must have been a knock on there from the Country hand, luckily for ADF. So they have a chance here to bring it back. Watson Compton plays short to Whitmore. Gifted a chance here to level the scores if they are good enough. Watson Compton. And Sylvia will play it. Set for Whitmore. Flings it left side. Cutting back into the traffic there. No way through for Guzman. Longfoot standing at first receiver, and now for Evans. That's a long pass out wide, and Sang is there, but she can't control it. And Clissold's there to clean it up as well, but not finding the momentum early on like we saw in game 1 for ADF, but still with a chance. And once again, that is illegally ripped away. New South Wales Country now just get a chance for ADF. Just take a breather here and go again.
Speaks volumes, though, that, you know, it's their third attempt, third bite at the cherry, and they still haven't been able to finish with points. So great defence. A little bit sloppy, though, giving away those mistakes from New South Wales Country.
As Burton looks to do it all on her own. Madeline Burton. She'll play it virtually on the try line. And there's a penalty going against Burton. The double movement for the bit of carry on.
First time we've seen that in this competition. We'll see the replay here. Burton with ball.
So she's down there. Should play the ball. Obviously there is someone on top of her trying to get rid of her. Tough one.
That's a tough one, and a tough call to make as well. But they had three opportunities there, and in great field position too. So New South Wales Country now to come out.
The score remains 6 points to nil. As we head into the closing stages of this first half. The day has been absolutely flying along. Of course, only one game left on day 2 after this one. Good shot there from Kira Smith over the top. She's been very impressive for ADF. An absolute workhorse in attack and defence is Kira. Speaking of workhorses, Marley and a beautiful offload as well, finding by Uppy. And here she goes, instant clear pasture. Getting the pass away on the outside. And again, the last pass not finding the target for New South Wales Country. Towel was looming. And just like that, they turn it over and Burton will respond.
Yeah, they were certainly on there, but an important skill, I think, to learn is when to settle and when to push it. They're playing with fire on that left edge. They could have been on, but great insight from the ADF in defence to be able to intercept that pass. I'd say a try scorer if New South Wales Country would get any closer.
Here goes Evans on the inside is Longford. She snatches at it. There's some poor skill execution on that occasion. I mean, you would be a close and tight tussle, and it certainly is delivering on that front. 6 points to nil as he packed down for a scrum.
It's quite a stark difference to how the ADF women performed yesterday. They obviously had a 44-point lead, a very dominant display over South Australia, but it goes to show you've got some absolute talent for New South Wales Country.
And here's one of them right now onto the field. And making great meters there off the scrum. Good skill. Plummer, she plays it. And now for Smythe, good footwork as well. Looking for their second try before half-time. Podmore swings it right side, inside ball. Once again, contact coming in. Itaraka, she plays it. 30 from home. Smythe. And again, the wrestle up top from both sides has been very prevalent in this first half. Podmore again, holding it up. Abbott gets away from Smith. And she'll be taken down. Fifth and final now for New South Wales Country. You see Coleman hustling towards that right-hand side. And that's the way they go. Glassy, a hard line, and the finish well. Ava reaching out. And Ava Glassy, she will score for New South Wales Country. And they extend their lead.
We mentioned her name yesterday, Glassy, and she's certainly one to watch today as well. The half there to support, but it was all in the second row. A lovely pass from Berryman to find the number 2, Ava Glassy. And she reaches out. Wasn't an easy one to score.
She just got there.
She just got there, right on the line as well. Starting to break away now in New South Wales Country.
A great running line as well. She was on a full head of steam.
It's not a lot to Ava Glassy, but God, she's got some power, especially when she puts her mind to something. She's got that line and, yeah, very, very powerful player.
Good determination to get it done. New South Wales Country now leading 10 points to nil with the kick to come from out wide. The conversion from Coleman is no good. So the score will remain 10 points to nil at half-time. We can take one more look at this. Glassy, just pure determination to get there and just gets it on the white chalk. So half-time, 10 points of difference. Big second half coming up. The action continues here, day 2 of the Women's National Championship. It's a massive second half coming your way. ADF, all the work to do, trailing 10 points to nil. And that's not the start they're after.
No, not the start we sort of saw from them yesterday as well, with that very dominant game to finish the day yesterday. But New South Wales Country have defied all odds, but they were really strong yesterday, but even stronger today, I would argue.
Impressive first half for New South Wales Country, and they're looking to continue on as they get first crack with ball in hand. Utaraka makes a little bobble of it. The Australian Defence Force get a chance to respond after that initial error, and they need a score first to get back into this contest.
Yeah, not too many errors seen from New South Wales Country either. I'm sure we won't see too many more, but could be costly. We saw what the ADF girls can do yesterday. Certainly a contender in this competition. Just looking for some points to boost that confidence.
That's Evans at first receiver, and now Burton moving on to it over halfway. She's been so impressive with ball in hand. Fetch waiting for it. And now the pass away. Leah Ward onto the field looking to make some inroads. Inside the 40 now for ADF. Scored 44 points in game 1. Looking for their first try here on day 2. Options left and right. Send it down the left to Guzman. She's always productive in her carry. She'll play it. Evans going towards the line. Option. Smith snatches that and takes it well and gets collected high for her troubles. So back-to-back penalties there for ADF, and this is the moment they're after.
Yeah, Kira Smith there with the line. She was absolutely on before she was taken out, but it looks like she's gearing up for another one, so I don't think she's done just yet.
Now winding up is Grace Bailey onto the field in the 18 jersey. Speaking of impact, she made plenty of it yesterday afternoon. Deep there for Ward. Not much room to work with. Good line speed for New South Wales Country up in the face. Watson, Compton, dummies and goes herself. Wrapped up, ball and all there from Podmore. Evans in back player, the number 9, is directing her charges. Back to Bailey now. Standing start, gets taken down. 2 away. Ward once again for a standing start. Lee Ward. Easy pickings there. 5th and final. Desperately need points off this play. And that's what the pass are after. The error comes from Grace Bailey. An unfortunate finish to that set for ADF.
Strong pressure coming from the New South Wales Country after they've forfeited that mistake a bit earlier on. But ADF just unable to complete their sets throughout this game. It's been a sort of consistent theme. So it just needs to go back to basics, a little bit more discipline among the players as well.
It's a good defensive pressure from New South Wales Country. And talking about defence, that's a shot and a half. As Podmore gets taken down once again. Big collisions there from the Australian Defence Force. Looks to be a bit of friendly fire as well. As Smythe takes it up towards the 40. You see, it looks to be Ryan Fetched and Lee Ward have clashed heads. And they're down in back play, so ADF are down to 11 currently. Baker. And he will come back, and as these 2 young women get attended to, that was a bit ugly there, just a bit of friendly fire.
Yeah, big head clash for the girls. Great to see that the officials are so responsive though. But a little bit of carnage for the ADF girls. Thankfully, they still have a very stacked bench. So these two players, if they need to come off, can be replaced. But New South Wales Country starting to build some momentum there, probably because there were 2 defence players down. But we'll see the replay here. Just a big contact between the 2 ADF players. Both who are down in back of play.
Of course, following this matchup will be our final encounter of day 2. PNG taking on South Australia. Both sides looking for their first win of the tournament. As we see both players getting to their feet, at least getting checked out. And Lee Ward looks as though she will come from the field. It's Marty Longfoot. Comes back onto the field. So play will continue. Tabawai plays it. And a nice drilling option. Tabawai looked to be well offside there. They're saying it's been touched there. So we'll come back to centre field. New South Wales Country, a bit of a let off there.
Yeah, it's a tricky one too for ADF. They've just lost one of their key players as well, so they're going to have to work hard here to regain the momentum they've had so much early on. But they had some cavalry come on. I saw Longford now returning, the captain. So she might be that voice that the ADF desperately need.
But in the meantime, it's all about containing Daniel Plummer, who makes it inside the 10. New South Wales Country, they score here. It makes the task very tough for ADF. Podmore holds it up to Waihapi, and she will be hard to stop. Runs over the first, and Travojevic comes in to assist. She plays it. Podmore holds it up for Smythe. Smythe got from very close, but driven back. You won't go through Longford. That's no easy task. There for Podmore. Finds Tooth. Now for Ryan. Ryan off her right foot, then her left. Lana Ryan. She'll play it. Great opportunity now for New South Wales Country. Taraka, she plays it. 5th and final. Zoe Podmore sets a long ball out to Coleman, just stands in her place and goes airborne to Turnbull, but well taken on their first attempt. And has it gone backwards? No, it hasn't. Off the hands there of Samantha Mead.
Yeah, we'll see it in this replay. They worked, they had space on that left side, but they went for the kick to find Mead. And unfortunately, Sammy Mead has just...
It was a great take initially, and then just the last moment.
Just come forward. Another attempt, though, for New South Wales Country. We've spent a lot of this half down this end. No points scored yet, though, in the second half.
So here they come again. Smythe at the back door for Tooth, and now Ryan leaves that one behind. Now Tabawai. 19 on 19. Sang gets a hold of it, but does well to keep in the field of play. Great skill. And Ryan with the dancing footwork. New South Wales Country here asking some questions. Podmore. Flat to Smythe. And again, look at the big collision there. Itaraka gets rid of Travojevic, who's down on her haunches. And will stop for the moment. There's another Australian Defence Force player down.
Oh, that's an ugly contact from New South Wales Country. Certainly not one you'd want to be getting in front of. She's clutching her knee as she receives medical attention. She'll be the third one.
Looks to be potentially Guzman, the woman down in back play. Big collision once again. She gets back to her feet and will be assisted from the field.
Third player that the ADF has lost now to New South Wales Country. The bench getting smaller with each hit. A little bit of carnage in this game. Just shows the absolute brute force that they're up against so with New South Wales Country.
As Coleman gets on the outside for Glassy, who gets jammed in a good shot. Mead making the tackle. Podmore spots an opportunity down the left. Coleman, quick hands, and all too easy for Turnbull. And Caitlin Turnbull bags her second. And Country are doing a job here.
New South Wales Country have come to work. Job wasn't over coming into the second half, and it'll be sealed with a sensational try, which started with the run from Glassy. Lovely insight from the half of Coleman before finding the winger, Turnbull, on the left, almost a carbon copy of her first try. She'll be looking for the hat trick. But another 4 points for New South Wales Country, and for the first time we've seen in the competition, the ADF are on naught.
Coleman for the extra 2 points. Tough assignment from out wide, a bit of wind to contend with. The wind just holds that one up. So the score remains 14 points to nil.
And here's that great replay again. The double from Caitlin Turnbull. Lovely cutout from the half to find her winger. Another 4 points in the campaign of New South Wales Country. Under 8 minutes to go now. Might be all but over for the Australian Defence Force. Still time to get some points on the board though. And it looks like the ADF are bringing on some new cavalry. We'll see Brittany Budgeon take the field and Kayla Barlow as well. The 6 and the 12. Australian Defence Force.
Here we go again. As well as Country, the full head of steam. Tough carry. As Plummer plays it now for Smythe, holds it up. Again. Hitoraka. And again an error. Touch coming from ADF, so we'll pack down. It will be New South Wales Country's feed. Comes out clean there. Coleman gets it wide to Tal. Number 9, Xanthi Booth, onto the field as well for New South Wales Country. It hasn't been brilliant, but it's been steady performance. As we see another Australian Defence Force player down. It's been a real brutal encounter. Looks to be Michaela Travojevic from here, holding a knee or ankle. Not what you want to see for this side.
No, but here's the replay now. Just brute force from New South Wales Country. But she must have stepped funny, I think. A little bit of an awkward fall for Trebojevic, who's clutching the knee. That's the 4th player that the ADF has lost now in this game. And with a limp like that, I'm not sure if we'll see her return for the next 2 days.
Troy, one of the absolute best as well for ADF. A real strong competitor.
Yeah.
I do hope it's nothing too serious.
Yeah, disappointing to see, obviously not the way she wanted to finish the carnival, especially since she started so strong, and yesterday as well. Absolute powerhouse, and she's running off. So we might see her yet, or she might just be being stubborn and wanting to get off for her team.
So New South Wales Country, they've been very impressive today. Waiting for it is Booth. Out to Smythe. And the dummy from Rebecca Smythe. And look at her go. She is so skillful now. The double offload there. Batting it back to her teammate, to Plummer.
And I think Smythe has actually gone down in the back of the play. I think that was her.
I believe it is, and that's not what you want to see whatsoever. It's been absolute carnage out there in the second half.
We'll see the replay here. She made a lovely break, though, before she found the offload, and she's gone down there awkwardly with an ADF player. So receiving medical attention now. They've certainly been busy, these medics, for this game. It's about the fifth or sixth injury that we've seen where a player has had to come off as well. The downside of playing a contact sport. It'll be tough to lose Smythe as well for New South Wales Country, so...
Looks like she's forward awkwardly on her neck a bit as well. Which is never one you'd love to see for Rebecca. And she's been so impressive, hasn't she?
Oh, she's been one of the standout players for me. You know, she's the captain. She's playing in that lock position, and we spoke about it yesterday where they essentially have three halves playing for them because some of the players she's been able to set up and not only working her forward pack around, but also the other players. She's been a real leader on the field. And we'll watch some of the replays.
And this
now,
one of the best you'll see.
This is certainly one of the best you'll see. We'll start with Caitlin Turnbull for New South Wales Country. This is what this is the game IQ we were talking about, where she puts the brakes on, little bit of gas, a couple steps left and right, and she's able to outrun Madeline Burton. A tough one to crack. And the points just keep on coming. That's Glassy there, the number 2. All class for Glassy. And the points didn't stop there. They certainly kept flowing. There she is again, Caitlin Turnbull. She'll go over for her second try for New South Wales Country. As we see the ambulance coming out now. So Rebecca Smythe.
Should be in the very best care, that's for sure. But New South Wales Country have been impressive today, haven't they?
They've been, this whole campaign, really impressive. It'll be really hard to lose Rebecca Smythe, the 13 and the captain. But in saying that, I think they have a lot of other standout players. And they'll make the best of what they have. But I think you might be right. It could be a bit of a more serious injury that we see potentially falling on the neck. But she's in the best hands.
Looks as though it'll be a wrap here in this matchup. Rebecca Smythe getting assisted from the field. I hope she's okay. But New South Wales Country, they will be too good in the end, taking down the Australian Defence Force women 14 points to 0.